Okay, my name is Mike, and this is my smoke generator that I designed and built, and I'm going to do a little demo here for you. I'm going to start with this little aquarium pump. It's just rated for a 20-gallon tank, not very big, and that comes out and goes into a little valve that you could adjust the air with. This is a two-port valve, but one is closed down, so I only use one side for this. And you can use any kind of valve you want, but it was very cheap. It's like $1.99 at the pet store. Okay, and that comes out, comes around, goes into this little setup, which is just an air chuck for an air tool with a piece of copper tubing soldered into it. And this is the main tube. It's just a piece of 16 gauge wall, 2-inch by 2-inch square tubing. Cut a 3/4 inch hole in there with a 3/4 inch piece of tube in there. The little notch really isn't for anything. It helps disperse the smoke a little bit nicer, but it was from a previous design that I didn't like the way it worked, so it just got adapted to this. And then this side here is drilled and tapped to match the 1/4 inch pipe threads on the air chuck. Okay, on the bottom of this tube I just have a couple of 1/4 inch holes drilled for lighting the fire. This is a base that I designed and cut on my CNC table. Cut it out all in one piece. It has these little ears here, and this tube will have little lugs welded on eventually that'll slide in there, and it'll keep the tube from rocking and falling over. And then I have a couple of air holes there to allow air to come up from the bottom, and then just some little legs there. You can move it around. You use it on your smoker, on a cold smoke, in a box, in a whatever. Okay, and this is another piece that I designed. This really helps this thing generate a lot of smoke. Just kind of slides down inside there and creates, it sits in there like that, allows the air to come up through the bottom of the pellets through those grid of holes there, almost like a pellet stove. Okay, and then when this is inside the tube, it leaves a little tiny channel here for air to come up, so you're not forcing having to force the air up through your stack of pellets or chips or whatever. And you'll see in a few minutes how much smoke this makes. So basically all you do is take your base, set it up, slide the chamber on top, and again that'll have those lugs on there. Probably tomorrow I'll get those put on. From my testing so far, haven't need any kind of a need to seal anything here. I haven't seen any smoke leak out of there at all. So then basically you take this little grid here and just drop it down inside the tube. And I don't know if you could see down in there, but let me see if I could grab my flashlight and show you. Yeah, not too coordinated, but it makes a little chamber. There we go. Makes a little chamber on the back side for your pellets, and then just leaves a little channel against that wall to carry up the smoke, so it gets good airflow through there. So once you drop that down in there, then you're ready to add your pellets. So I just have some very rough mesquite pellets or wood chips here. They just kind of drop them down in there. Try to keep them on the side that has the chamber. If some drops down inside that air channel, unless you drop a whole lot of them down in there, it's not gonna really booger anything up too bad. So then that's about 2/3 of the way full. So once you get your wood chips or pellets or whatever down inside there, then you take this and your air line and just give it a couple of turns there. Again, sorry for the bad video. It doesn't have to be real tight. This isn't pressurized or anything like that. See if I can find what I did with the lid here. Okay, here's the lid. And it's just a 2x2 square with some little arms that I left on there when I cut it on the plasma table and bent them over, put a little tension on them so that it would clip down on the top of the chamber there. And that just snaps on there. Yeah, not too tight. I have still have some adjusting to do on this. Hold on one second here. Okay, so there's the top on, air's turned on, and everything's set up and ready to go. So I'll take my trusty little torch here, and you could light this with, you know, a little lighter kind of a thing, but I like instant gratification here, so. Basically just hit that up really good and get it started, get some embers going. And then we're going to open up this valve. Just open up this valve here and we're smoking. And once those chips get a good ember going and they start burning their way up, it'll even get heavier than that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play around a little bit with this valve, and you'll be able to see it's pretty sensitive. You go from just a little dribble to wide open, and it moves some smoke. So I kind of looked around the internet, checked on a lot of designs, kind of picked the ones that I thought would work real good. I wasn't too keen about the air tube being on the bottom and everything burning up and then having to come back down and out. To me, it just seems like this is a really efficient design. As your pellets or wood chips burn up, your ash will fall down, and with that little grate in there, it'll keep it from falling down and clogging up the air holes. So those air holes on the bottom will always have a channel to go up. So you should get a really good burn going all the way up this chamber until you run out of chips. But so far, I'm really happy with it. Again, I'm going to turn this valve down just a little bit, and you could go from completely off, and you can see when I have it almost turned off, it'll start leaking out the top. And as soon as I open that valve back up, even just a little bit, it stops coming out of the top and out of the tube. And then wide open is right there. So that's my smoke generator. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it. A few more details to finish on it, and if anybody's interested in ordering one, I'm going to come up with a little price for it here pretty soon, and see if we can't get you one of these. Thanks for watching, and happy barbecuing, smoking.